Before the invention of the motorcar, the world moved at a different pace. Our ancestors' journeys were dictated by horsepower of a literal kind, with carts and carriages taking the lead on land. Seafaring vessels, powered by the whims of the wind, were the masters of longer overseas journeys. Trains, the iron horses of the era, represented the pinnacle of industrial age transportation, stitching together distant towns and cities across vast landscapes. These modes of transport had a profound impact on society and economy. They dictated the pace of life, the structure of communities, and the flow of commerce. Yet they were not without their limitations. The speed and range were constrained by the stamina of horses and the fickleness of the wind. The trains, while fast and reliable, were bound by their tracks. These limitations and the quest for efficiency and speed led to the birth of a revolutionary invention, the motorcar. The late 19th century marked a turning point in transportation with the invention of the motorcar. This monumental shift began with a German engineer by the name of Karl Benz. In 1885, Benz introduced the world to his motor wagon, widely recognized as the first practical motorcar. Yet, the road to acceptance wasn't as smooth as we might imagine today. The early days of the motorcar were fraught with challenges. Roads, as we know them, were practically non-existent, with most being unsuitable for motorcars. And then there was the cost. These horseless carriages were exclusive luxuries that only the wealthy could afford. However, the winds of change were blowing. Over the pond in America, a man named Henry Ford had a vision. He saw a future where motorcars weren't just for the privileged few, but for everyone. In 1908, Ford's Model T rolled off the assembly line, a vehicle that was both reliable and, most importantly, affordable. Ford's innovative assembly line production drastically reduced costs, bringing the dream of car ownership within reach of the middle class. Alongside the rise of affordable cars came a need for infrastructure. Roads needed to be built and maintained. Petrol stations sprouted up, dotting the landscape to keep these new machines running. Cities and towns were reshaped as they adapted to accommodate the motorcar. And so, the motorcar began to transform societies, economies, and landscapes. It connected people, places, and ideas like never before. It brought about a newfound sense of freedom and independence. It changed the way we live, the way we work, and the way we play. Indeed, the invention of the motorcar set the stage for the automobile age, an era defined by speed, convenience, and mobility. An age where distances shrunk and the world became a little bit smaller. The motorcar transformed societies, economies, and even landscapes, setting the stage for the automobile age. From the early models to today's high-tech vehicles, the motorcar has seen a remarkable evolution. As we journeyed into the mid-20th century, improvements in technology and design transformed the motorcar from a basic mode of transportation into a symbol of freedom and personal expression. In the 1950s, the introduction of seatbelts marked a major milestone in safety measures. The 60s gave us airbags, further enhancing passenger protection. As we moved into the 70s and 80s, fuel efficiency and environmental considerations began to shape the industry, leading to the development of hybrid engines and later fully electric cars. In the 90s, car manufacturers started incorporating computer technology into vehicles, heralding a new era of smart cars. GPS navigation, parking sensors, and advanced entertainment systems became common features, enhancing the driving experience and making journeys safer and more comfortable. The dawn of the 21st century saw the rise of autonomous vehicles. Self-driving cars, once a concept confined to science fiction, are rapidly becoming a reality. Companies around the world are investing billions into perfecting this technology, promising a future where cars can drive themselves, reducing accidents, and transforming our concept of personal transportation. The motorcar, once a luxury, has now become an integral part of our daily lives. From horses to horsepower, the journey of transportation has been a fascinating one. We've seen how society transitioned from relying on animals to the invention of the motorcar, a breakthrough that revolutionized the world. The motorcar, ever evolving, has had an immeasurable impact on our everyday lives and the very structure of our societies. As we look to the future, one thing is certain. The story of the motorcar is far from over. It continues to shape our world in ways that our ancestors could only dream of.